Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Two Guys, One Mic, back in person this week. Gonna run down real quick what happened last week. There were some crazy games. I mean, we
upsets.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see much because I was focused on obviously the Steelers game. That's a big game for me. I'm sure you just said you didn't watch much. You guys didn't watch much either.
Tough week.
Yeah, it was. But
we got highlights in. We got some stats.
I did check over some stats and some highlights, and we'll just get into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Anything. Yeah. Mike is gonna go sans pillow this week.
Yeah, no pillow.
No pillow. So you guys get the full view of Mr. Mike, and
full view.
Yeah, we'll go from there. So our Thursday game. Did you guys watch the Thursday game? Did you watch it?
I did not.
Oh, good, because you didn't miss anything.
No.
I literally would start to turn it on, and then I would flip. I think the Rangers played the same night, so I watched the Rangers
Didn't
instead.
we do the podcast Thursday night?
Yeah, we did. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, we did.
the podcast was Thursday.
Well, it was over, I think, before.
But right.
Yeah, and I watched the Rangers after that. I did watch the Rangers after the podcast. But
I'll be honest, I think I had the game on, but I wasn't watching it.
There wasn't really anything to watch.
No.
It was bad. Like, they celebrated that somebody finally scored a touchdown on Thursday.
Yeah, that's yeah.
They don't. I mean, they're like, we finally scored a touchdown on Thursday. What is going on with these Thursday night games? I feel like Thursday night games, even going back from a couple years ago, is either it's a shootout, or more often than not, it's just probably the worst game of the week.
It's been that way, right? This year it's been terrible.
It's been real bad, yeah.
12-7.
Well, even if you think about going back to that week one, I mean, it wasn't a game.
Yeah, the Bills blew off the Rams.
So, it's going into that, you thought, man, this is going to be a good game.
Really good
And
game,
it wasn't.
Yeah. It wasn't. It
Good
wasn't.
for the Bills.
Yeah.
I don't think we thought that the Commanders or the Bears this year were going to be anything anyways,
No.
but, you know.
No, I feel like Thursday night is I don't think the teams want to play Thursdays, so I don't think they put all the effort into it that they probably should, but the NFL is just these two have to play this week, so let's let them play on Thursday.
Yeah.
But anyways, the Commanders won 12-7 over the Bears.
They sent Daniel Snyder out with a win.
Yeah. Oh, is he gone?
He's about to be.
About to be arrested?
Yeah, a lot of stuff, man.
I don't even know what's going on with them. So then we went on to our 1 o'clock games. We had the Falcons pulling out 28-14 over the 49ers. I'm not as surprised at this game as I would have been if this was week one. Because at the beginning of the season, I thought the Falcons were going to be horrible.
What's their record now? The Falcons
3-3.
3-3. So way better than we.
Yeah, there's quite a few teams that are it's right there, 3-3. Both Niners and Falcons are 3-3 now. So
Falcons have played surprisingly pretty good. This year.
Mariota is he's not knocking socks off. He's not I need Mariota on my team, but he's helping him. I didn't expect this out of Mariota for sure.
I think the more surprising part was obviously the defense for the 49ers. They were one of the two teams that held their opponents to less than 20 points, and then the Falcons scored 28.
Yeah,
which is kind of one of those things that you're a little bit shocked about. Maybe if the Falcons won, you would have thought maybe it would have been a little bit on the lower side. But
yeah. I mean, to have a team not allow 20 points or multiple touchdowns. No, they allowed multiple touchdowns.
Yeah,
it was the Cowboys who didn't allow multiple touchdowns. But still, not allowing 20 points scored, and then you say the Falcons come in and put. I mean. Patterson got hurt for this game too, didn't he? Didn't Cordell Patterson get hurt?
Was he been out?
Or had he
I think he's been out.
He's been out. Yeah.
But did you see Mariota's stat line for a while? He was I want to say 12 of 12 or 13 of 13 before he to his first incomplete pass.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
Well, I know the Niners secondary got banged up.
Yeah.
The week before.
Yeah.
That
could be it.
It was somebody who I hadn't heard much of, but it was one of their better. He had the interception and busted up his knee.
Hopefully Calvin Ridley's betting on this year. They're 6-0 against the spread. So.
Oh man, just the
Surprisingly playing pretty good, though.
Well, yeah, that still was my mind that he's suspended.
Pitt's got a touchdown finally.
Yeah, Pitt scored.
You know,
Some fantasy tight ends who haven't been showed up this week.
obviously
Showed
you're
up
Greg
this
Kittle.
week. Yeah. So, and same game.
Did I say Greg? I meant George Kittle. I said Greg.
That's
I don't
okay.
know. Who's Greg Kittle?
Nobody.
Nobody we know.
Unless
Okay.
he's George has a brother. I don't know.
It's you when you're playing flag football in the backyard. You know, like I'm Larry Erd. You're Greg Kittle.
I'm Greg Kittle. That's me.
But reminds me, I'll tell you guys later. I played basketball with 8th graders today.
I want to talk about it now.
I had to show them my dominance. They called me Grandpa, so I had to show them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You feeling a little sore, or are you good?
I'm okay right now.
Okay, all right.
But I told the kid I was beating him like 5 or 6 to nothing, and he was like, "You're too big," and I was like, "Just keep playing because your stamina's gonna outrun mine. Like, no problem." I ended up winning 12-10. But anyways, on to our next one. Patriots Browns. Again, the Patriots have been surprising me all year, so I picked them this week, and they showed up for me. The AFC North, they don't know anybody in that division. Doesn't know who they are. They're
Besides
so confused.
the Bills.
The AFC
North. I'm sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm sorry.
I think
Listen, we told him to take the shirt off when he first got here. He refused, and I think it's messing with his head.
I haven't been drinking, I promise.
You're like
I
Aaron
haven't.
Judge going 0 for 7 for his first 7 at bats in the
Listen,
postseason.
let's not. Did
With
they get
7
the win?
strikeouts.
Get up on camera and walk a straight line. Let's see.
Say your alphabet from H to
Listen,
C.
I think I
Without
didn't
singing.
drink that much. So
Oh man, yeah. So the Browns are the Browns.
So you think the
They're tied with
Patriots
they're tied with us in the bottom of the division, which is crazy. You know what's also crazy? I was telling you guys is that your teams have better records, and you're sitting higher in your division than the Steelers are. But we're closer to winning our division than you guys are. In yours.
crazy.
Do you think the Patriots go with Bailey Zappi still?
No, absolutely not.
Zappi's been playing well.
He's been playing okay.
He hasn't played well, but
Their defense.
he's Mac Jones Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I guess it's the same thing with Rush and Prescott. Rush played well, but Prescott's back.
I was just gonna tell you that this run of the backup quarterbacks, I think, is coming to a crashing end.
Yeah.
It's coming to. an
Besides Heineke,
end. Yeah, he's coming in.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
did I
coming
say it right?
He has a cheering. If he plays well, he might keep that job. Who knows?
He probably should.
I mean,
I-
Ron Rivera hates his quarterback. So.
Yeah, how do you throw your quarterback under the bus like
Yeah.
that?
I mean,
But he got a lot of criticism after he said that. Though people were coming out and being like, "It might be the coaching." You know?
yeah. I mean,
When you're a defensive coach and you're giving up the points that they're giving up. I mean,
It's not like it's not like he's been terrible. He was like top 5 in passing yards this year.
his first 3 games, he
So-
killed it. He got me some good fantasy points. Was actually one of the only people on my team to get me fantasy points in the first couple weeks.
see me and
And then he
my
crashed.
relevance now. My team's starting to look good, but they always have looked good. It just slow start.
We're talking about slow starts. I'm at 0-6, alright? I don't know that I think my chances to win are 0 this week
Oh.
and you next week. And then after that, I don't think I have a chance.
Did you look at my team? Have you looked at my team? We'll talk about it later. That's disrespectful, first of all. Disrespectful. My team's
How'd Tom Brady do for you?
pretty good.
How'd Tom Brady do for you?
Have you seen my three?
Tom Brady, who's warming up and having passes on the side of the field while his teammate, who he just threw into a hit, could be paralyzed laying on the ground.
Okay, can I just say
Yeah.
something? This person who's yelling at Tom Brady or saying that wanted to trade me. Okay.
I did.
So,
anyways, on to the next 1 o'clock game.
we'll skip it.
No, let's talk.
I almost asked you for the Jamal Adams jersey today, but this was more important. But the Jets, Jets, owning the Packers, 27-10. Bro, 2 weeks in a row getting beat by a New York team, which means you are very close
To
to
beat
being
the Bills.
owned by New York.
No, we're going to beat the Bills. I think that's going to be a thing.
Well, which brings me to my next
You will
point.
too.
Yeah.
So, if the Packers are owned by New York, and Dallas is owned by the Packers, that means New York must own Dallas too, right?
No.
No, another team owns Dallas, and we'll talk about that soon.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, you know, all right.
But it's about the Packers.
Honestly,
So you know what? I almost made cheesesteaks for dinner tonight, but we went with stuffed
You
mushrooms
know,
instead.
there's nothing to owning about it. Before that loss to Philly, Dallas was like
We'll get
7-0
there.
in their last
We'll-
NFC East matchup.
We'll get to that game because
We'll get
I got some things about that game too.
I want
let's talk about
punishment.
let's talk about the Jets and the Packers
Yeah.
for a minute. Are the Jets a little bit better than we thought they were going to be,
Amen.
or are
Yeah.
the Packers that much closer to the rebuild than the Steelers than you want to admit? Because I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both.
Steelers.
I think it's a bit of both because you were trashing the Steelers.
Gas station pizza.
Yeah, you are one game ahead of the
I
Steelers.
mean, if you lost,
One game
you
ahead
got a
of the
lucky
Steelers.
game this week.
One
If you
game.
weren't there,
And you were talking all about the Jets beating the Steelers, and then I think the Jets-Steelers game was closer than the Packers.
As a Packers fan, okay,
debatable.
what do you think is the biggest problem right now?
Receivers for sure.
Okay.
Receivers.
I think we
Not
might-
number one Dobbs. You know, I get it.
I think we have a solution for you.
There's okay. Stop Claypool talk. I
Want
think
DJ
if,
Moore?
I would like DJ. The problem is that you're giving up all these players, right? Or this draft capital that you're talking about, like Devontae Adams. We traded for a first and a second, and just keep the guy. But it didn't happen, so. it is
Well,
what it is.
Odell
He wasn't
sitting out
happy,
there.
man.
Hey, listen, I would love to sign Odell for a year.
So listen, the experts said that the Green Bay Packers are certain to trade for a wide receiver before the deadline.
Yeah.
They're certain.
And the
they
number
need
one
it.
is Clay.
They
Claypool.
need it. And the one thing they throw around is Chase Claypool, which I can see that.
You know,
I can
and,
see that.
And I think he would look good on our team if he just had a little bit of like focus.
Yeah.
And this year I haven't heard
you
a
know
lot.
what? He might need that change of scenery though.
Right.
Because he balled out at the. I mean, he won
He
us.
had a good-
He won us the game. Him and Mitch
Right.
came in and won us the game. But he could do well there. You know, Aaron Rodgers is one of those quarterbacks who's not going to take
No.
his
No.
foolishness.
Yeah.
You know, and he'll put him in the spot. So
I
that
would
could
be
be a
that
change of
upset.
scenery that he needs. And if he plays the way he did in the second half of the Patriots game, hey, you got a hell of a receiver, and it's probably only cost you like a third or fourth round pick for him.
Yeah, at the most I would say.
You need
But
something.
we need a lot. I mean, our defense, you know, obviously putting 27 against us. I mean, the Jets are a good, like they're a good
Defense. I thought I heard in the beginning of the year how phenomenal this defense
I know it was. Last year it was a pretty good defense. Not this year, boys.
But all I'm hearing is you're closer and closer to the same boat I'm in.
Stop.
Listen,
All
right
we're
now
not there. We're 3
right
and
now
3.
right now we're that little life raft hanging onto your boat, but you're close to being the same boat as us.
We're not
man.
there. We got A-Rod. And you know what? We'll get there.
Yeah,
we're gonna get
dude, did I hear? And I could be fake news because that pops up on my feed all the time. But I thought I saw something about like Rodgers has already said this is probably his last year,
I didn't hear that. He's not retiring. Come on. Fake news.
bro.
I'm telling you here.
If it happens, I'm right here waiting for you.
Okay.
Just so you know.
He might retire and then try to come back to a
Misery
different
loves company, bud. Misery loves company. So I'm right here for you because you guys are not far off
team.
of what we are.
Once we lose him, it's...
What we are, and you don't have the receivers that we have right now.
Yeah, we'll probably call Mitch Trubisky to try to save us.
All right, on to the next game. The Colts pulling it out, 34-27.
I don't know why I picked the Jags. How dumb.
I picked the Jags too, but I went through it and I listened to it. I said they have a bad game, good game, bad game, good game, and I was like, oh, this is going to be their good
No, wait a
game.
minute. No, I think I picked the Colts actually because you picked it. You were the only one who picked the Jags.
I don't remember.
I don't- yeah.
No, I think you picked the Jag. He was the only one who picked the Colts.
I need to double check your stuff because I mean I'm still in number
Yeah, I
one.
picked the Colts.
Yeah, he picked the
And I
Colts,
thought I
but we
picked the
picked the
Colts.
Jags. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
We'll go back and
We'll
review
go
footage.
back.
We'll
We're
go back and
gonna go
review
back
footage,
and
but
look, but I
You
just
picked
But
the
anyways.
Jags. Let's not argue, okay?
yeah.
Roll the
Anyways, the Colts don't know who they are. 3-2-1 for the Colts.
3-2-1.
3-2-1.
3-2-1.
But hey,
How about the numbers Matty Ice put up, huh?
they're still dude.
50
So
something,
I picked
right?
up their running back because I was like
Deion
Johnson or something like that. I needed a backup for Clyde Edwards-Helaire because I was like, I don't know if I want to play him against Buffalo. I don't know, or one of my running backs was like iffy, so I picked up Johnson or Jackson or whatever his name was. I think it was
Jackson, I think.
Deion Jackson.
Yeah.
And I had him on my bench, and he caught 12 passes
Yeah.
He scored 28 points.
Listen,
If I would have put him in, I would have won. And this is my fantasy life this year. If I would just switch one person from my bench into my starting lineup,
start doing it then.
I could be like 4-2.
Then start doing it.
I would love to,
Okay.
but I never know who's gonna go off. If I did, I'd be undefeated.
I don't want. Listen, there's a lot of ifs, ends, or buts, but you know what? You're last place.
Who is undefeated in that league?
Nobody. Yeah, are you first with one loss?
6-0, baby.
Are you undefeated?
Yeah,
Like for the championship, baby.
6-0.
Look at that.
Had another comeback.
Can you do this for me? Because that's what you remind me of right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
they are the same.
They are the same
undefeated
record.
teams.
You know, obviously you gotta win. You know, it's nice to win, but they're not. They haven't been as easy as the first few weeks. You know, Josh had me. If it wasn't for Jacobs,
Jacobs, yeah.
last week David was beating me until.
Chargers. Yeah, it's
Well, I had Russell Wilson
Yeah,
and
Russell.
Mike Williams did nothing.
Yeah,
for
Mike
him,
Williams didn't do
which
anything
was
for him.
nice. So like, but they've been a
I
lot
had
closer.
I had Eckler going, and he
Oh,
almost
close.
brought me back. But
Yeah, I won. I mean, it's
My-
not,
my
it's not a
trade-
big deal. My team's terrible.
my
You know.
trade with
That's what you're saying.
I didn't say you were terrible. I
I'm
said
just
you're one of my
saying,
only chances
If you
to
look,
win.
yeah, but you're not gonna win.
Okay.
Bro, look
Okay.
at my team.
Okay.
Come on, we're pulling for him. He's got to get that win.
No, he doesn't like me.
Well, not against
He doesn't
me
like
at a
me.
lot. You know.
Well, okay.
Yeah, you cheered for Mike to beat me when he was 4-0
Right,
and
right.
I was 0-4.
Yeah, well, because Mike for the championship.
Oh,
you know.
man. And on to the next, the most dominant team in the NFC North, the Vikings 24 and the Dolphins 16.
Yeah,
I mean
dominant.
this is what I
third
find
string quarterback.
is that we're gonna pick against the Vikings no matter what, even though we know the Vikings are gonna win because we hate them, right?
I mean, listen, 16-24. I mean, that's pretty close for a third string quarterback. I'm just saying.
It's a win.
I know a win is a win, and I
It's a
agree.
win. It's a win.
I agree.
Tell you, these backup quarterbacks have been surprising this year. They're all playing pretty well.
It's-
Skyler is not the answer. Tua's coming back this week.
Skyler got hurt, though. Bridgewater came in for
Bridgewater came back in.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
well, Tua's coming back, so
Yeah,
He's coming back this week.
That won't matter.
That's right, bud. That's right. But the Vikings are now 5-1, leading their division.
yeah, they're not that good.
2 games up in their division.
That don't matter.
Yeah. The next game was the Bengals Saints. Bengals went up 30-26 and have taken possession of first place in the AFC North with a 3-3 record.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and AFC North is just not
That's some
what
good
it's supposed to
running touchdowns. Nice jukes.
be. Yeah.
Bengals are weird. Good game, bad game, good game, bad game. So
I think their line's starting to play a little bit better. So their offense is clicking a little bit more, but their defense is still spotty. Their defense gives up some. I mean, you can see the highlights there in the corner. Their defense gives up some big runs. So,
Yeah, were they? Was it who was Andy Dalton again? Right.
yeah, they beat Andy Dalton.
Yeah. So poor guy.
So, again,
Chase went off.
I
Right.
know. Chase
went
are
off.
good.
a team of the backup quarterback playing, but Burrow, look at that, scrambling for a touchdown. So yeah, the Bengals, I think they're clicking. They're going to start going. They're going to be the Bengals we thought they were going to
Yeah.
be. Next,
9-8.
this next disappointment game, man.
I mean, it's interesting how it's so disappointing for you. We can
It
talk
is,
about
right?
it,
But
yeah, it's weird. Weird how you hate one thing more than the other.
it is.
That's
But
a lot of hate.
it's defending honor that I have to go with. You
Fair
know,
point.
you can say whatever you want to say about me. That's cool. That's cool. I'm good with that.
But when it comes to
Leave my family out of it.
yeah,
Don't talk about my wife, and sure as hell don't talk about my kids.
I mean, your wife's good looking though, so she's a good looking
She's a
lady.
good looking girl, but
Yeah.
don't talk about her.
Yeah.
I will turn into Will Smith. Take my wife's name out your freaking mouth, all right? But yeah, the Giants, surprising Giants, 24-20. Jackson choked at the end. He choked in the big spot at the end of the game.
Should
Threw
we
an
say
interception?
should we say surprising or should we give the Giants a little bit of credit now? I mean, I don't know.
I think it's still surprising, but the Giants' defense is playing very well.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
defense is playing well. Saquon is playing lights out.
Yeah, he's
He's doing great, but even did you pick the Giants? You picked the Giants for your mom.
I did.
Did you? No, did you, or did you go back with the Ravens? No, I think you did pick the Giants.
I did pick the Giants. Probably jumping 9-7, but you know.
Yeah, I'm sure your mom's real happy about it.
Why, are you scared? Or are you just upset that your team?
Who's their one loss? Who's the Giants' one loss?
Who is it?
Who's the Giants' one
It
loss?
doesn't matter, my man.
I don't remember who it was.
Because you know what?
I
If
do.
the season ended.
Very well.
If the season ended right now, the Giants would be.
Okay.
Okay.
Dallas would be a playoff team too.
I
We'd
don't-
all be in there.
I'm just saying, who would be higher?
Hey, it don't matter. Because that defense travels everywhere.
So, who would be the Giants and the Cowboys? Obviously, would be the first two wild cards. But I wonder who the third wild card would be. I don't think it's a green team.
I think it's the Packers. 3-3.
I don't know. Buccaneers,
Bucks.
3-3.
No,
Falcons.
We,
Falcons?
We beat the Bucks. We beat the Bucks, so we'd automatically be above them. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Rams are 3-3.
Rams.
The Niners and Falcons are 3-3.
Yeah, but one of those guys has to be the divisional leader. So
The
Okay,
Falcons
thank
might
you.
be.
the Falcons are.
But then the Bucks are 3-3, and then so
Okay.
are the Rams. Are
Okay, we
3-3.
beat the Bucks. I just wanted to say that.
I just said I don't think it's the Packers, but
And I get the Bucks got beat by the Steelers, so it's not really a big win for us.
yeah. So that perfect segue. Let's talk about this amazing game.
Okay, and
It's-
the highlight.
The Steelers taking on the Bucks. Listen, the Steelers defense came out and played. They did. Their offense still struggles.
They got their main guy back.
still struggles.
What happened to Kenny?
Concussion.
Poor guy.
He's in concussion protocol, but they think he's going to play. He threw his first touchdown to Najee Harris.
How did he look in general? I didn't watch the game. Did he look okay
Who?
before he got the concussion?
Kenny, he looked okay.
Looked okay.
Yeah,
I mean, Bucks defense is
marched.
good.
They marched down the field in their opening drive, and they got a touchdown on it. But after that touchdown, it wasn't much. The Steelers' run game, although that was a pretty good run, they actually played really well. And Larry Ogunjobi,
Obi Kenobi?
yeah, you know,
Okay.
he came over. He actually came over from Cincinnati. He had a monster game. He played real well
What is
for
his
them.
position?
D tackle.
D-tackle. Gotcha.
He was involved in a lot of their plays. Alex Highsmith got some pressure on Brady,
Nice.
which Brady doesn't handle. He's never handled pressure that great. I think he's had like 2 seasons where
Yeah.
he did well, and they went to the Super Bowl those years. But he's not. He's not in the game this year. He's
No.
not in
The
there.
defense played well.
Yeah,
There was a lot of times I seen Tampa Bay in the red zone and
held him to
couldn't
field
get
goals.
in, yeah.
Held him to field goals. Yeah. Their secondary played pretty well. They had like Minka was hurt.
He was
Watt
out
was
for the game?
Minka was
Wow.
out. Watt was out. Their starting 2 corners were out. I did not expect them to play as well as they did, but they came in and they played well. Once Kenny went out, Mitch came in, and then he decided he was going to throw to Claypool, who decided he's going to catch the ball this week.
Yeah.
And they had a couple huge first downs, that connection, and then they scored a touchdown.
Nice.
So, which was perfect timing for Claypool to decide he wanted to play, because now his trade value went
right.
up.
Right, and you're okay with getting rid of him?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. When he's on, he's like almost
needs-
unstoppable,
he
but
needs a
he's
new
off
house.
more than he's on.
Yeah, he needs a new, like, scenic
Yeah.
route away from Green Bay.
No, he needs to go somewhere where there's like
Competition of...
nothing around it.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
he
that's
should try
Green Bay.
on.
Yeah,
So,
there's
that's-
like nothing.
yeah.
There's no nightlife. There's nothing. So
Maybe he should try on a cheesehead just to see how it fits.
I think
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe he can get one from Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner give him cheese sauce.
That got me angry.
That
That sauce was too much.
An interesting point, because obviously I have all the Steelers fan stuff on my Facebook page, was at the end of the game, Matt Canada, their offensive coordinator, was like hyped, right? Going to the locker room. And he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And Chris Boswell, the kicker, says, yeah, not because of you. And said it out loud to where like Mike's picked it up.
Really?
And there is speculation that he was telling the offensive coordinator they won not because of the offensive coordinator.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of
So,
messed up.
this made me so mad. So Steven Sims has this huge kick return, takes it like 80 some odd yards, and we got
They
3
couldn't-
points out
Yeah,
of
you
it.
couldn't give a touchdown.
Yeah, but
That's
anyways,
always so frustrating.
it's so bad. The best field position they've had all year, and they had to kick a field goal. But anyways, on to the Panthers Rams. Rams took care of business 24-10. The Panthers they're bad. They are bad.
They're trying to sell too right now.
They're the worst.
So McCaffrey is on the block. I've heard Buffalo, and then somebody was throwing. I think this is also fake news, but one of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette writers was like, "Oh, McCaffrey should come to Pittsburgh."
That's silly. I've heard Rams, and also I've heard 49ers
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
So, and if they're both looking into,
I think the Rams need it more,
yeah,
but I think they could package Cam Akers
I
because
feel
they
like,
want to move
hey,
Akers.
I know you like watching the highlights, but just he gets distracted.
He does.
over
I know. I wish I
You might-
had to close that. But,
I know.
But yeah,
Well, we have to watch the highlights so we can talk to the people.
there is.
We've watched the highlights already.
All right, we're rambling here. There's talk about the Rams want to move on from Cam Akers.
Yeah,
So
I think it's mutual, right?
Yeah, I think they can probably package him up and try to get McCaffrey.
First round draft pick is what they're asking for. I mean,
I'm sure.
he's a good player.
Yeah, he's
Good player.
he could be.
Mike, what do you think?
Carolina's just terrible right now.
It is. They are terrible.
I mean-
they need Robbie Anderson.
That was-
Get kicked off the sideline by his coach, and the next day he's traded to Arizona. That's crazy.
And he would have been released too. I guess Arizona wanted him for.
Well, because Brown got hurt. Hollywood Brown got hurt.
Right, he did get
And
hurt,
he's
but
most likely out for the season.
trade away. I mean, he could have got released, pick him up, but I guess his waiver.
Yeah, his waiver
You know.
thing probably would have been. Which brings us to the next game. The Seahawks, 19, Cardinals 9. Seahawks playing well. Geno Smith's playing well.
Yeah.
Playing well.
He's
He
there.
they got him at 3-3.
He's making it work, right? He's kind of one of those just what is it called, game manager quarterbacks. Not going to really go crazy for you, but
How did Kenneth Walker do for you this week? Did he do anything?
he did very well.
Did
Yeah, he had 19 points for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think he had almost 100 or around 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wanted him.
Some people want him.
I wanted him.
And there's a lot of bad trades coming out my way for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah?
And I don't like it.
Dude, I threw out a
Put some
trade.
respect on his name.
My
My
trade
wild card-
got vetoed, by the way.
My wild card Arizona Cardinals
Who's your
don't
trade?
look too good so far.
Benjamin. Yeah, the Cardinals are. They took a little bit of
Oh,
Steelers.
vetoed me. He said
Yeah,
no.
he said no,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was Benjamin and
Yeah.
Cooks for Adams.
We want to do Devontae Adams and J.K. Dobbins for Kenneth Walker and Debo. But
Debo, too?
Debo and Kenneth Walker for
Wow.
Devontae. He's
I was just
out.
trying to do what the Packers want to do and reunite Adams with Rodgers.
I wish, yeah. Maybe you could do that.
You guys had to probably watch this game, right? The 4:30 game, Bills Chiefs.
Yeah, I watched that one.
That was a good game.
What a game.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
game. Bills pull it out 24-20.
Josh Allen.
Dude, you see him hurdle that guy?
Man.
Dude, he's a monster.
That was awesome. When he went to jump, I was like, "What is he doing?" And then he went over the top of him. I was like, "Okay."
He might be the only guy that I'll
Worth.
say, you know what? I'm spending 70 and keeping him again next year.
I was wondering, I was thinking about that too, and I'm thinking, because we're doing the keepers this year,
Yeah, I hate
would
it.
he keep Josh Allen for
I hate the keeper league.
$70? Why?
Because
No, I'm sure he would probably be like, hey, you don't have to keep anybody.
no, you don't have to. But then
Right.
the guys you want to, I like it better when everybody has a shot. at Everybody again next year.
You're just
Yeah,
like
better.
the right guys.
I'm better, you know. Well, I'm going to keep Eckler. So
Are you going to keep him? See, I want to.
who else would I keep on my
I
team?
go value.
Who else would I keep on my
I
team?
don't know, pick, you got Greg Kittle.
Greg Kittle. Yeah, Kittle's going to be on another team next year.
Craig Kittle.
Greg
Not-
Kittle.
not
Right
mine.
here, baby.
Not
Greg Kittle.
mine. So, but yeah, the Chiefs and Bills. I totally expect this one to be AFC Championship matchup.
Agreed.
You know,
Yeah.
Mahomes is still playing well. The Bills obviously. Did you see?
I tell you, if they do make it to the AFC Championship, we're going to be in for another good game,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
which would be nice as a football fan to see.
Did you see? I think it was Jordan Poyer, the safety for the Bills,
Yeah.
broke his ribs or had a rib
Still played.
injury. Well, they didn't clear him to fly on the
And
plane,
he drove
so
there.
he drove to Kansas
He
City.
got, he got somebody to drive him.
Now, so
Incredible.
here's my question, because there's been a lot of questions about injuries and protocols and blah blah
Right.
blah. If this man is not medically cleared to to sit in a seat and fly on a plane, how is he medically cleared to play tackle football?
Yeah, he must have got cleared, right, at that point?
Or,
Or
if he's not medically cleared with ribs to fly, how did Tua fly back with the team
Right.
that night?
it's a
after.
different situation.
Oh,
It's
it's-
bumpy.
What do you mean,
ribs.
bumpy?
What do you mean?
He had a cast on. He had a helmet. He's fine.
Two
The
probably got
ribs.
another concussion on the way back home.
Dad, you just said his name twice. He's probably got a concussion now.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But
Hey,
good
he
for
better
him.
not
I mean,
be.
good for him driving there and playing.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
get a little credit to him.
That's dedication,
Yeah.
but I just don't know. And like the injury protocols this year are just weird, and people seem to be getting concussions a lot this year too.
Yeah.
Or like Pickett's hit was a soft hit, and he got a concussion.
He got a concussion?
Yeah.
Dang.
And I think he just hit his head. He just hit his head right on the turf, and he got a concussion. But yeah. All right.
My favorite game of the week.
Sunday night game.
Hey,
Before we get into the Sunday night game, everything, I gotta tell you, Mike, thank you very much
Thank you.
for talking me back into picking the Philadelphia Eagles.
we would have been tied.
We would have been. No. Yeah, I would have been 7-7.
Yep.
But yeah, you talked me back into picking the Eagles. I'm not gonna say my Eagles, but picking Eagles, my original pick. Cheesesteaks and football, my friend.
She says some football and
But-
hockey.
And to kind of piggyback off of what you were saying last week, I think it was. What a time to be a Philadelphia sports fan right now.
For sure.
The Eagles are 6-0. The Phillies are in the NLDS
Which
Or
and they're
the-
looking good too.
or the NLCS.
CS.
NLCS.
Yep.
And the Flyers are 3-0 to start their season.
And the 76ers
They got a good
are
team,
always,
too.
They lost to that.
but that's
Powerhouse.
preseason.
No, it's not. It was the first game of the season.
Oh, was
It
it?
was
Yeah,
tip-off.
the Knicks are on tonight.
Are they on today?
Yeah.
I knew that. I was just kidding.
He knew that.
Don't be ridiculous.
But yeah, they lost to that powerhouse up in the north there, the green team.
oh,
They
that
got a four-leaf
team.
clover.
Yeah, you
They
don't
have
like
the
that, do
greatest, the
you?
greatest player of all time ever played for them, war number 33.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. Yeah, the Celtics beat him. Embiid got into it with Jaylen Brown.
Oh,
too.
really? Embiid getting into
Yeah,
it
right.
with anybody?
But anyways, back to football. Eagles 6-0. I mean, Cooper Rush looked like a backup quarterback.
Yeah, he did.
3 interceptions. His world came crashing down. Now I think there's going to be no debate. You put Dak in.
Honestly,
100%.
yeah, you don't ever want to see your team lose a game, and have the quarterback play poorly. But
Here's
with
the-
Dak coming close, well now he's coming.
We wouldn't know what that's about.
Now he's coming back.
Yeah.
But last week, going into this week,
Just don't make.
it was going to be there. He was going to be ready to play.
Yeah.
So if Cooper had another great game against a team like Philly,
That would have been a
maybe
question
you
mark.
start to think a little bit. But now there's no question.
Right, now there's no controversy.
You don't. You
Now
don't.
there's no
Yeah,
controversy.
you have to put
You
in.
put Dak in. But, I mean, that puts the Eagles at 1, 6-0. The Giants at 2, 5-1. And the Cowboys at 3, 4-2.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm still happy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's
still excited.
Being third
better.
place, I agree.
better than 2-4.
Especially sitting there early on, seeing that it was 20-0. That's all, man. That's not gonna be
But
good.
you know what?
This is the first team to put 20 up on the Cowboys.
Yep.
The first team to score multiple touchdowns, right? Because that
Yeah.
happened too, right? They scored multiple touchdowns on them.
They only scored 6 points in the second half, though.
And that's okay.
But-
That's all I needed.
I'm still drawing a
They
blank.
didn't even need that. To be
I'm still
honest with
drawing a blank as to who the first team to beat the Cowboys was. Oh, that's right. It's the team Pittsburgh just beat, the Buccaneers, bud.
you. Is that where you're going?
Therefore, my logic says the Bucks are better than the Cowboys, and the Steelers are better than the Bucks. Therefore, the Steelers are better than the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Makes sense.
Right?
I agree.
Makes sense.
There we go.
You know,
And
let
we're
me-
closer to winning our division. We're closer to winning our division than you are to winning yours.
You know what? Screw cheesesteaks. Screw the Eagles. Screw Meek Mill. I don't care about him either.
What about Rocky?
Yeah, listen.
Screw him.
Darius Slay is doing a wonderful job this year, and he's pushing for Defensive Player of the Year.
What do you have? Just one pick? I can't remember. Or two?
I don't know, but he's turning into the Trayvon Diggs from last year. Every game he's got an interception.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though.
And he hands it to Meek Mills almost every time.
MVP.
I know.
MVP of that game. Lane Johnson.
Yeah, kind of.
He took him out. He took Micah
Yeah.
completely out of the game.
What
I
happened
think
with Micah? Wasn't he supposed to have like 3 sacks, a forced fumble?
all these stats. I mean, I don't know. Just
Right?
look back last week to.
You know what?
There was also another thing I saw where DeMarcus Lawrence was saying how Jalen Hurts was a nobody and he was a nothing and they could handle him and blah, blah, blah. And then he went to tackle Jalen Hurts and he was there and then he was gone. And DeMarcus Lawrence was flat on his face.
I like those kind
You
of
know,
plays.
honestly,
I like those kind of plays.
Hurts. Yeah, he did just enough, but
Oh, he hurts.
he wasn't
him
crazy
bad.
You guys were
great
hurt.
in this game. Jalen Hurts. He wasn't, like he has been.
He,
That was kind of, it was the running game and that defense.
like I said, as a very smart person said, a win is a win.
Yeah, wins a
So
win.
you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
You're down with us. It's
And
fine.
but you know what? If we would have sat here after week 1 and said, "Man,
This is what we're gonna do here.
Dallas didn't look good. Dak's hurt," and to sit here and still
4-2.
say 4-2 after week 6, I'll take it.
I'm just saying. Last week you were really pumped. You were like, pick
I'm
them.
still pumped.
Pick the Eagles. Pick
So I can talk to you.
I can talk
But now
all
we're
this crap.
talking, bud.
I'm still pumped
I'm just saying.
because I still love that defense. Dak's coming back.
They looked okay. Dak's coming back. I don't think that's gonna help.
There's a meme that I saw on Facebook, and I had a picture of Dak and Ezekiel Elliott, and then Cooper and Tony Pollard, and it said, 2 of these guys are the best quarterback running back combination in Dallas, and the other 2 are stealing like $270 million from Jerry Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
I almost sent it to you, bud, but I figured you were hurting enough, and
Yeah.
you didn't
it
talk
was-
much that night.
No, I
I mean,
didn't.
yeah, we were kind of quiet. I mean, we didn't really rag on him much either.
yeah. Well, I had other things going on, so I mean,
Yeah.
it was.
I was busy. Aaron wanted to rearrange the furniture in the bedroom because I got my CPAP machine now, so I'm officially old.
Nice. Yeah.
So
AJ Brown though finally knows what it feels like to be in a big time game. He said that was the craziest atmosphere he's ever been a part of
Really?
in a regular season game.
yeah, so
Titans. They're
that's a crazy. That is a crazy.
We play them again though. Christmas Eve.
Eagles.
Christmas Eve. Circle the calendar.
Listen,
You think they're gonna get it?
Oh yeah. for
listen,
sure.
bud. I don't want your Christmas ruined, but
It's
It's not Christmas Eve, so that will be ruined.
well, he'll have to wake up on Christmas knowing that
yeah. Well,
it just happened.
or it could be the greatest gift of all.
Or it could be the greatest gift. We'll see if Dak makes a difference or if Darius Slay.
The Grinch is gonna be at you. So.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? If,
I think Dak's
the
gonna
Eagles
come.
showed up wearing like Grinch outfits
Oh yeah, for sure.
because it's a green.
I think Dak's gonna come back with a little bit of chip on his shoulder now. Watch.
We'll see.
I don't think I almost think he'll come back and be like, "You guys thought Cooper Rush was gonna be better than me. Look what just happened. Psh, you need me."
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but
No, he's gonna. I just hope, real quick. I know I'm kind of rambling, and we're gonna get to the next game here.
That's
but real
okay.
quick,
There's nothing to say about the next game.
I just hope they come back and they kind of use the same formula that they did with Rush. I know Dak's more more athletic, all that,
no,
but
they're
Is
both
he?
more game manager kind of players. I would say.
Yeah, but Dak's obviously more athletic than
Yeah,
Cooper Rush.
yeah.
Don't just go out there slinging it everywhere. Run the ball, play good defense.
Are you going to be nervous? Are you going to hold your breath every time Dak takes off scrambling?
Yeah, probably.
He seems a little fragile all of a sudden.
I know.
He's gonna be okay.
But when he got hurt with his thumb here, he wasn't even running. He was just in the pocket. Hit his hand right on the helmet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's see what the line's been playing better too. So maybe they'll protect him a little bit better.
That's gonna be good for you guys. I see upward and onward.
Upward and onward.
But you know what? It was a loss. You take it like
Yeah,
a champ.
I take it.
You take it like a champ.
I'm not ready to say the Eagles are great. They're good. I'm not saying
They're a lot
great.
better than
I don't think they're a lot better. No,
Cowboys.
I don't think they're a
But
lot
they're-
better.
Their records.
I feel-
Their
listen,
records.
They're 2 games better.
I like
At least,
Cooper
yeah.
Rush.
At least 2.
They're at least
Cooper
2
Rush
games
did a
better.
great job, but if Dak was in that game, Philly would have lost. I'm saying it right now.
Well, you know what? You have some redemption.
I
here.
already told
Christmas
you.
Eve.
I already told you when the Eagles are going to lose.
And honestly, Dallas's defense played pretty well.
I think we just talked about that.
I know in the first part of it when they were down 20-0 didn't look too good, but 2 of those scores from Philly was picks by Cooper Rush that they had it in Dallas territory already, short field.
Yeah.
And
They didn't
how
have
did it
to.
end? How did it end in the short field?
They scored.
Oh, like
They didn't have
kicked
to.
the field goal or they scored a touchdown.
I don't know. Miles Sanders scored 1.
Okay.
Devontae Smith scored. I think that's the 2.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is they
So
didn't
it's not
have
like they held the GOAT to only 3 points in the red zone.
No.
Okay.
Oh, we
Okay.
bring it back to the Steelers.
Hey, I'm on cloud 9 right now. My Steelers won finally, and they beat what you guys consider the GOAT.
That's true. That's
Okay.
true. He is the best.
So, and then anyways, we ended the week with 19-16 Chargers beating the Broncos. Not much to say. The Broncos are hurting right now. They're just in a bad situation.
I think for mine and yours predictions at the start of the year, Broncos have to win the rest of their games to get to 13-4.
They've already lost more than I predicted them to lose. I had them at 13-3.
No, they would have to be
Yeah,
13-4.
4. Yeah. You both have them at 13-4.
Yeah.
So they gotta go. They gotta run the table now.
You guys undefeated. I mean, I get it. I called them at what? I think it was 11-6. So I mean,
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do for
Yeah.
all of us. You know, then
We also said the Packers. Well, you said 15-2, so that's gone.
yes,
And
one
I
game.
said
Okay,
13.
one game.
I had 12-5.
I
They're
had
gonna be
13-4.
and they're going to be 14-3. So it's fine. One game.
So then this week, the Lions, Titans, Raiders, and Texans were all on buys. So there's nothing for them. But that's our reactions for this week.
Long-winded this time. I mean, a
There
lot
was
of
some,
emotional moments.
there were some pumped up feelings over here. There was some disappointment over there. They're still blindly defending.
You have to.
Always though.
Yeah, I got you. You're bad.
And I can't even-
I was sitting here when we were 1-4, telling you we're going to be the only team to beat the Eagles at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but that's silly though. That's just.
Listen, let's not talk about silly, okay? Because you sit here and talk about how the Vikings aren't going to do anything, and they're 5-1.
Right, against a broken Dolphins team. But it's okay.
Then who
It's
they
fine.
beat week 1?
You know what? It's fine. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
I think it's that Wisconsin team.
Yeah.
Look at that right there. Oh, JET. Sauce Gardner, man. Wearing the cheese head. We'll get into that, though, later on. I don't know when, but
Yeah.
we'll get into it. But anyways, that's this week's reactions. Hopefully next week I will watch more football. We got Wedding 1 and Wedding 2 going on, so
Yeah, congrats to your dad.
yeah.
Yeah. Congrats to your.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm going. +1. you
Plus
know?
one?
+1.
Open bar, dude.
Open bar, baby. I'll tell you what, it's
Yeah.
going to be a fun weekend.
Fun weekend. Good. I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Again, congrats to your dad. Mike's going to be in the wedding.
Maybe he'll be watching this. Hi, Dad.
Mike will be in the wedding. Josh will be on the
Dad.
floor at the wedding he's on.
Oh, yeah, I'll be. You don't be.
Dude, I got video proof of him at weddings if anybody needs it. He's quite the character. Lots of fun though.
You
So-
might not watch any football. You might not wake up till Monday.
I have to be at work on Monday, so I got to wake
Yeah,
up
but you're
sometime.
probably gonna wake up, go to work, come home, go to bed.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, anyways, that's our reactions. Please keep commenting, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think. I know sometimes we get a little long-winded, but that's what happens when buddies get together.
Passionate. you
Yeah,
know?
we're all passionate about our teams. So, until next time, 2 guys.
One mic.